It's so cool that we were able to buy airplanes.
Booyah!
The most important thing is that we don't destroy them.
Mikey, it looks like my plane's in some kind of trouble.
What?
I'm scared.
JJ, hang in there.
Ah!
Looks like there's an island, so we'll try to land there. But there's no landing strip,
Oh, no!
so we'll have to land in the trees.
It looks like it's going to hit pretty hard, but at least I'll be able to land on the water, so I shouldn't be too badly hurt. How very lucky I am. I fell from such a great height, but I didn't get a scratch.
Yes!
And the best part is, I can take my suitcase of money with me.
I, on the other hand, was not as lucky as JJ. My airplane took a very bad fall. If it wasn't for JJ, nothing would have happened to me.
Okay, I need to figure out what to do next.
Yes!
And apparently, I fell off the island, so it's best if I check out the plane and gather more useful resources. I wonder how Mikey's doing. I think there's a lot of food and supplies in the drawers.
Booyah!
And lucky for me, there's also a cell phone. Although I don't think it's going to be much use on the island. I can't even signal for help. To be honest, I still don't understand if I can use items like money or a phone. But if I'm going to go there for a long time, I might as well have everything I have. I'll even take money. It's time to drink a little and continue gathering resources. I think there's got to be a gun around here somewhere, and I could really use it. Because if there are enemies, a gun will help me a lot. By the way, Mikey landed somewhere around here.
Oh, no!
And judging by the fire, he's in big trouble. So I need to find the password to the briefcase as fast as I can and get to Mikey's rescue, as long as he doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I have the password, which means now I know what's in the suitcase, and there's a lot of money in there. If it wasn't given to me at the orphanage, I'd be a very rich man. But for now, it's just paper. I need to get to Mikey as soon as possible.
Am I still alive? Looks like I was lucky to survive the fall. And from the sounds of it, my plane is on fire. That's too bad. Since I'm on a desert island, I better get what I can out of the cabin. I feel so sorry for all those who were on the airplane with me, because it looks like I'm the only one who survived, and it's so sad. But right now, I have to concentrate on getting my materials. And arrows are good. Great! I'll have food too. I think that's really good. As long as I can make a fire afterwards, I won't be able to heat the food without it. And anyway, did the JJ survive? I need to find out. Although knowing JJ, he definitely should have survived. After all, he's got a much cooler airplane and landed on water. So now, all I have to do is get to him. And we can survive together on this island. Oh, by the way, there he is. JJ, can you hear me?
Booyah!
I'm fine, so I can swim to you. I'd rather you come to the island, though, because soon your airplane will sink and you'll have nowhere to stand.
What the?
Mikey, I'm so glad you're okay, but why shoot? Well, at least Mikey's okay, so I swam to him. Whoa, who the hell are these guys?
What?
If I'm reading this right, they're Aborigines, and there's nothing Mikey can do to them. That's too bad. He needs to be rescued.
JJ, I hope you'll come to my rescue, because I can't get out of them on my
Oh,
own.
no!
And you better hurry, because they might make soup out of me. I don't know what their tribal rules are.
What the?
How awful it is. And who would have thought this would happen to us almost as soon as we fell? It makes sense though, because the tribe saw our planes go down too.
Whoa!
To get to shore faster, I'd better make a boat. It's a good thing I have just the right amount of planks to make it. Wait for me, Mikey. I'll rescue you. Just remember where I'm going. So, that's it. I made it to shore.
Booyah!
But am I going to be able to get Mikey out of captivity? I'm going to have to fight a lot of enemies after all.
Whoa!
So I need to at least come up with a plan. And how come there's such a handsome cat here? Maybe I should feed him. I have plenty of food anyway, and if I don't do something about it, it'll just go to waste. So at least I'll give some of the fish to the cat. He'll like it for sure. By the way, maybe he's the one who'll lead me to Mikey. It's not like he's a stray cat after all, so I better run after him. See what I can find in that direction.
Whoa!
Just as I thought, the cat led me to some strange tribe,
Whoa.
and I feel like if I just start fighting with everyone here, I might get wiped out. So I better talk to their leader. Maybe we can come to an agreement. If something goes wrong, I have a chance to get him interested in something, like a phone. And there's the boss. Hello, I came to your island by accident. I was wondering if you could help me.
What makes you think I'm gonna help you? Give me something interesting to start with.
Booyah!
And what would that be? I've never seen an object like this before.
I I have a lot of different items, and if you make me part of your tribe, I promise to share everything I have. I just need to save my friend, and then we'll sail out of here.
All right, you're part of the tribe now.
Woohoo!
And you need to change your clothes, because we don't do that here. I hope you know how to fight.
Of course I can. To be honest, you've got a very strong warrior, and I have a weapon that can defeat many on this island, so I'm sure I'll be useful.
So, where are they taking me? Hey! So far, I don't understand anything at all. But at least it's a good thing they didn't destroy me when they found me. Where's the JJ? Help! I thought he'd come to my rescue quickly.
Listen to me. You work for us now.
What?
And you have a monster to destroy. And then you're gonna take his artifacts and bring them back to us?
Seriously?
Then we'll spare you.
Looks like I don't have a choice, so I'm happy to do your assignment. Still, I see what happens to those who refuse to follow orders. And who knows, maybe I can escape while I'm fighting. And I'm really curious about that monster. Because if an entire tribe couldn't defeat it, how can I even stand a chance? It looks like there's a very angry and powerful opponent out there waiting for me. Looks like this is where I'm gonna have to fight the monster. Whoa. And if you look closely, it looks a lot like a golem. Except it's got a very unusual coloring. I know this is going to be very difficult for me, but at least I'm gonna try. Although maybe I can just steal all the artifacts and escape before that golem starts attacking me. Yeah. I'd rather try that option, because I don't really feel like fighting a monster here. There's not much left. I had no idea the monster would be so blind. Then why couldn't anyone but me steal all this stuff? It's probably some kind of trap, but I haven't figured out where it is yet. Well, that's it. Now I see why taking everything and carrying it away wasn't such a bad idea. The golem was just following me the whole time. Well, I'm gonna have to destroy you. You could have just let me pass. By the way, it's not like I'm having any trouble with this monster. It's probably because I have a very good bow. So with a little more time, I'll be able to completely destroy it. Maybe I'll be made a hero? It'll be a lot better than if I just get eaten with that pork. And like I said, I was able to defeat the enemy. So now it's safe to go back and hand over all the artifacts. Or should I keep one for myself? I'd rather not take my chances against an entire tribe.
King, we're in big trouble.
Whoa.
The volcano is going to erupt very soon, and if nothing is done about it, the whole tribe will be in danger. So let me save you. I have just the idea.
Okay, I'll let you help us.
Yes!
You can take whatever you need. It's not like we're gonna be able to do this on our own after all.
Whoa.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. There's elytras right here, so I'll just fly straight to the volcano and stop it. The most important thing is that I don't get lava on me because I'm gonna get hurt. To be honest, I haven't figured out how I'm going to stop the volcano yet. But if its vent is small, I can just try to build up the whole place with blocks. Either way, I need a place to land first.
Ow!
And who would have thought there'd be so much lava?
Oh.
Some of it does get on me, but it's bearable. Now that I'm in position, it's time to start putting this volcano out.
Yes.
Everybody's counting on me. I wish I had Mikey with me. He would have figured something out. What the hell is that?
Whoa.
Looks like some kind of ghost. Except I didn't realize they lived in volcanoes, and it wants to help me put out a volcano? It's really weird, but it seems like my only option. Ghost, thank you so much for your help.
Booyah.
Although I'm still not exactly sure if he's helping me or doing the opposite. But the best way to check is to throw what he gave me into the volcano.
Boom.
And I'll just hope it helps. All right, well, it's time for me to get to work. And to make sure it works properly, I should throw everything I have into the volcano. If even that artifact mix doesn't work, then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Whoa.
It worked! Who would have thought I'd get help from a mystery ghost? But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have succeeded. I wonder who he was when he was alive. At least I'll never know. Now I better get back to the tribe and tell them I did it. They'll praise me.
Well, I was able to get to my tribe. Now I just have to give back all the artifacts I was able to take. Meet your hero. I have succeeded in your quest. So praise me.
I can't believe you actually did it.
Yes!
You seem like a very good warrior.
And I told you I was a very valuable warrior. So look what I brought you. And by the way, I was able to defeat the monster too. So he won't be attacking your tribe anymore. Now I've earned your trust?
Of course you do. You're definitely one of us now. So we'll have to build you a house to live in.
It's so cool that now they won't destroy me. All I had to do was defeat a scary monster and steal some artifacts. Now I don't even need JJ's help, because I'm part of a tribe.
We're in big trouble. Attention, everyone.
What?
We've been attacked by a neighboring tribe. So everybody grab your weapons and get in the fight.
Looks like we're about to have a major tribal battle.
Whoa.
And wait, there's a warrior I recognize. Is that Mikey? So this is where he's been all this time. What are we supposed to do now? We're not gonna fight each other.
We will destroy you all.
What the?
So before it's too late, you have the option of surrendering or running away. You can see we're outnumbered,
Huh?
and we have some very powerful artifacts.
All right, let's go on the offensive.
Boom, boom, boom.
They can't beat us. Wait, but the dragon can. Where the hell did it come from? I wasn't told I'd be fighting a real monster,
Ah!
so I'd better run away.
Everyone remain calm.
What
Mikey
the-
can defeat this monster. Although I'm not so sure about that now. I couldn't even hit the dragon, so we better back off. We can't win a fight like this.
Mikey, would you stop playing war games? You do realize we better get out of here as fast as we can. Let the tribes try to defeat the dragon. I don't think they'll succeed, but it's not our fight.
You're right. I don't really want to be eaten by a big dragon.
Yes!
But where do you suggest we hide from it? I assume the island is small, so sooner or later, he'll find us.
No.
Let's go to the cave.
You're right. It's the best decision we can make right now.
Seriously?
So let's go. There's got to be a cave around here somewhere.
We're almost there. When we first dropped onto this island,
Huh?
I immediately noticed a strange cave under the water. And look, there's even bathyscaphs here.
Whoa.
So we should definitely see what's inside the cave.
All right, well, let's do it that way.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have to hold our breath, we should be fine. Just as long as the bathyscaphs don't break down halfway through, because we'll be trapped.
By the way, don't you think the walls of this cave are made of very soft blocks? So I'd rather not crash into them. Who knows? We might end up under the rubble. And look, there's dry land ahead of us.
Whoa.
Indeed, there's plenty of room to breathe the air, and somehow mushrooms even grow here. But there's something about this cave that scares me. It's like no one who's ever been here has ever made it out. Let's
Whoa.
check out the passageway.
I think he's okay. So let's take a little look around. How long do you think these villagers have been here? There's no way we can help them now. But there are tents here,
What the-
which means they were trying to find something.
It's all very strange. I don't think they could have found anything here. So maybe they camped out here because they couldn't get out. Although the passageway is open,
What?
so they could have just held their breath.
Okay, I don't like being in this cave
Yes.
anymore. So let's find somewhere else to hide. And if you think about it, we can get back on your plane. It'll make a nice home for
Oh
the first time.
no!
Mikey, I have some very bad news for you.
No way!
Just as I thought, the passage is still blocked. What are we gonna do? I can't exactly break the blocks with my hands.
Really?
It's almost impossible to do it underwater.
We should have gotten out of that cave in the first place. Only dynamite can help us now. And by the way, don't you think you have everything you need to make dynamite? At least I see sand and gunpowder.
You're right. It might actually work.
Yep,
So
yep.
let's get to work. That's a lot of sand. So I can make a lot of dynamite, as long as we can somehow actuate it. But if you look around, you might find a lighter.
Don't worry, we can definitely find a
Whoa.
lighter. And there are blocks of wood, so you can make yourself a shovel. I think it'll make it a lot easier for you to get sand than if you do it by hand.
Yes!
You're right. It would take too long to do it by hand. And we must say thank you to those villagers who brought so many different blocks here. I just don't understand why they didn't make dynamite.
Oh.
It's pretty simple.
They probably just didn't have the strength left by then. We have a lot of it, so we can definitely do what we want and get out of the cave. As long as there's not a dragon waiting for us on the way out.
Ah!
I hope that doesn't happen. And by the way, as soon as we get off, I suggest we make boats and get off this island right away. Because there's too much weird stuff happening on it.
I agree with you. And I take it you've already started collecting sand? That's very good. All you'll have to do soon is make dynamite and set it right at the cave-in. Hopefully that'll help us get to the surface.
Be prepared. It won't be long before everything is ready. And you found a lighter? We're not gonna make it without it. We have it though, so that's great. Let's just get to the wrecking yard.
I've waited so long for this moment, and now it's finally here. Do you think the explosion will be very big? I just think we should leave when the dynamite activates so we
No.
don't get destroyed by the blast wave.
You're right. We better stay away from this place. And that's it. I'm ready to detonate the dynamite. So in just a couple minutes, the exit will be open. As long as the bathyscaphs have enough power to make the return trip.
I think it's gonna be okay because there's still a lot of energy in there.
Booyah!
And I take it you've already done the blast? So let's get inside and get to the surface as fast as we can.
Yes!
That's it, the door's open. So let's get out of this cave and get some fresh air. I feel like we've been in this cave forever, and I was right. Dynamite works great underwater. That was a hell of an explosion.
It's so cool to see a passageway in front of you instead of a wall.
Yes!
And I can already see the sunlight. That makes me very happy. It was very hard, but we managed to get out. Now all we have to do is swim away.
You're right. Let's gather resources as quickly as possible to make boats and leave this evil island.
How nice it is that all you have to do to build a boat is get wood. It's not a problem on this island. And since you have an axe, why don't you make it quick?
Okay, I won't have any trouble making us each a boat. In the meantime, you can make sure we don't get chased. After all, we have too many enemies on this island. We can't win.
Don't worry. I don't think anyone needs us here. And by the way, why don't we make a big boat? I think it'll be a lot more comfortable than two small ones. It's all about getting it right.
I don't think we can mess with the design of the boat. It's still very simple to make. And you know, I feel like we should have done this sooner.
That's it. Our ship is ready. And that means we can go on our journey home. The main thing is that there should be no storms, so that we can sail smoothly on the sea.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine now. We have beds, food, and a big boat, so now we just have to rest and enjoy the seawater. We've been through a lot these past couple days.